I'm Vin.
I'm Sori.
That's Booby.
And Jolpy and Ghosty.
Shout out to the big homie Ghosty.
Yes.
Shout out to all our friends all over the world. This coronavirus situation is getting a little hectic, so we decided we were going to hang out at a fireside. Just hang out with our folk. So yeah, sorry for everybody that's going through that, for sure. But we do have things to take your mind off of coronavirus. One of those things is metal.
Yes. Babe, my computer's frozen. Look.
Yeah.
What do I do?
Don't worry about it. We'll just fill the air with talk.
It might take a long time. Oh, see?
Yeah. I always have ways.
You do. That's why I brought you to it.
I always have ways. You just kill
is.
iMovie and then restart it, okay?
Thank you.
Yeah. So this should take your mind off of it, dear listener. This is Floor doing the Phantom of the Opera.
Should be pretty epic.
An update. You guys saw us having a little hard time with the song Winner because, the big homie, my brother was going through some stuff. I am happy to report that things have gone well with him.
Yes.
And he's close by, so that's good. I knew he'd overcome it because my blood's in his veins, and we're no quitters over here. Nothing but thugs over here. So anyway, thank you guys for all the well wishes and the and just the
good vibes,
the good vibes,
prayers, and
I believe that good vibes, prayers, all of it goes into the same bucket because God looks at our heart. So people's mind makes them say that they can't pray, so they send good vibes. God's like, all right, okay, that's fine. So
accept that.
Everybody that sent me a good vibe or typed something out to comfort me or whatever and all that, thank you, because I truly 1000% believe that had something to do with the really good place that my brother is in currently. So I'm very, very happy for that. Also, shout out to one of the biggest homies in the entire village, Matthew Maeda. Love you, big guy. All right, let us do it now. This is Floor, Phantom of the Opera. Let's go.
Okay.
And this is at the Best Zangers thingamajiggy. I don't really know what that is. It's something in Europe, and it's cool. So, full
They have a
screen.
cool set. Go.
If I can get something to say about it. Guys rocking already.
Right off the bat, man.
Well,
Jeez. What?
well, it's just so funny, the connection to my brother. So the first song is about my younger brother.
Yep.
And this song is about my older brother. Because this is written by Andrew Lloyd Webber. You know, my brother was he was a thespian.
Oh,
he was in the plays. He did so I remember him doing the "Sing for Me."
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
wow,
him
that's
and
really
his
cool.
acting troupe, they were like massive, like Andrew Lloyd Webber, like disciples, acolytes, whatever. Because the dude is such a brilliant, he's like such a brilliant writer, Andrew Lloyd Webber.
Yeah.
And he's the guy that wrote Phantom of the Opera. He wrote a couple other ones too. The Joseph and the Technicolor Dream quote, that one. Remember I used to sing that song, the Canaan days we used to know where have they gone? He was written by him too.
All right.
So like like that part right there like brought me back, because my brother would come from his, you know, whatever, and sing for me. Whatever.
Your brother can sing? Or he would say it?
No, he could sing.
Oh, really?
Junior could sing. Yeah. I didn't get any. I got all the angst and none of the talent in the family. All I can do is kick stuff and ruin people's lives.
And have a YouTube channel.
That's what. Now I have a YouTube channel. I'm no longer. So, so it just kind of like brought me back to my older brother and his acting troupe in Florida, and you know, and
Your
it's fun.
voice is incredible.
And it's funny because now, you know, I'm now taking up the mantle, you know, because I got the role in the play.
Yeah, they're probably gonna shut it down though due to the virus.
You know what? You're probably right.
Yep. I was thinking about it. I'm like, they need to stop.
Yeah, they're probably gonna shut the whole thing down.
All that public stuff.
Yeah, we just got a case in the.
Maybe they'll recast.
We were. They should. They should. You know it's true, girl. You know it, and I know it. Shoot, make me be the boyfriend. I could do that play.
Yeah, let us do that part, please. I could really act it out then.
Yeah. Like, oh, that guy's hot. Like, oh,
You're Mr. Kirby.
It's Vincent. But anyway, and then like, if you haven't heard Flora before, like,
gosh,
you don't realize like where this woman can go vocally.
And it looks so easy to her.
Yeah. So I knew when he was like sing, and I knew like she was gonna go there, but it's like, how do I explain? Okay, so Mariano Rivera is the greatest closer of all time. So a closer, you know, is 9 innings in baseball. Okay, and then you basically have your starting pitcher. He does about 6 innings, and then you have a relief pitcher that does innings 7 and 8.
Yep.
And then you have your closer, and he does the 9th inning.
Okay.
And Mariano Rivera is the greatest closer of all time, New York Yankees. I'm not saying it because he's a Yankee. Like, Google greatest closer of all time. We'll do it right now. Mariano Rivera. Watch. Greatest closer of all time baseball. Watch.
Yep.
Mariano Rivera.
Number 1.
Mariano Rivera, the ultimate closer. Okay, so turn on the shower as the game is over. He walked out to Metallica's Enter Sandman. By the way.
Oh yeah, you told me that actually.
Yeah. So here's my point. He had one pitch, cut fastball. Everybody knew that he was going to do it, and nobody could hit him. So it's like, even though you know it's coming, like when somebody's truly, truly, truly great, even though you know it's coming, it's still like, So I knew, because of my brother and the play and all that, and of course, you know, they were, you know, kids in high school. They were like 15, 16 years old. So like when the girl was, like, she wasn't Floor. Like Floor is a world-class vocal talent. So I knew what was coming, but it still gets you, man.
Oh,
like,
I had no clue.
when she's like,
I mean, she
you
always
saw when
does.
she was escalating.
Yeah.
So you knew it was going to get higher at some point. But
You know what it reminded me of? Have you ever seen nestling dolls?
Uh-huh.
A nestling doll?
What is a nestling
It's like a
doll?
little doll, and then you open up the doll, and there's another one inside that's a little smaller, and you open it, it's a little one.
Yeah.
And like when the first time that you open it, it's very exciting because you really don't know how small is it gonna get. And you keep opening, you're like, oh my gosh, another one, until you get done like a grain of rice. And like, it reminded me of that. Like, I'm like, okay, I knew she was gonna go up, but like, how many times was she gonna go up? I didn't know. And so when she did that final one, I'm like, this is insane. Her voice, honest to goodness, sometimes I think I figured it out. I will search different genres and I'm looking for a specific type of vocals, and hers are exactly what I like. And so I'm looking for that, like, just that her voice is so big and it's so strong, but yet it doesn't struggle, and it's so, I don't know, every time I hear her sing, I always feel like it's heavenly.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the whole Angel of Music thing.
Well, yeah, obviously that was...
She's it's unbelievable.
Incredible.
But it's also, like, I'm pretty sure Andrew Lloyd Webber not only wrote the lyrics, but the music itself. And, like, that's just a classic song, and that melody, like, that melody has been repeated so many times. It's such a beautiful melody. Like, the guy was,
so this
I don't
is
know
a
if he's
movie
still,
originally?
it's a play. It's like
okay.
and it was on Broadway and all that. Like, we almost got to see it, but it was shut down when we were down in New York when we went to see Now Love the Scars. Remember,
Oh,
I wanted
really?
to take you to. It's like, oh, we can go see, whatever.
That stings.
Yeah. Like, it was pretty ridiculous. And the I don't really know, like, the whole backstory, but basically.
Look, in 2004, they said they made a movie out of it.
Yeah.
Is it stupid?
For me, because of, like, the correlation with my brother, like, I feel like you have to see it live in a play. Like, it's just, like, come on. But the guy had a mask. I think there was a fire or something. His face was disfigured. He was a monster or something like that.
From the...
But, they felt.
Were they in love? Oh, okay.
Well,
was there an age gap?
Like,
obviously, these two singers, there was an age gap.
I mean, I don't really know if the emphasis was on the age gap, but it was more on the fact that he's like this ugly, horrible, beastly type of guy, and then she's this beautiful. But they bonded together in the because of their love of the music, and like. It was basically like he would write these things, but like nobody was good enough to sing his art. Like he was one of these like crazy, like, no, you're not, and then like she was able to hit these notes or whatever. I'm probably butchering the story, but it's a very interesting contrast.
That's interesting. I watched a movie when I was a kid. It was called Rigoletto or something like that, and it had a similar, he was all like messed up in his face, and that's interesting.
Yeah, it's the
he
like
did music, and he found a girl that could actually sing the keys.
Yeah, and it's kind of like an ode to the power of music itself and how you can kind of transcend, the materialistic and shallowness of, oh, you like this guy, good girl, because she's beautiful.
Yeah.
And you don't like this guy because he's ugly or whatever. And like, you can't see anything beyond the physical and. Well, and so, anyway, I don't really know how the story ends because I've never really seen it. I just picked up bits and pieces from my brother. But it was a really...
Maybe sometime we can actually
good pairing, and the guy was like a very good, like, Phantom of the Opera type guy. I mean, he didn't have a mask, but he kind of had like that gruff type of thing. And
honestly, he should have had a mask on when he did this. It would have taken it next level, I think.
Yeah.
But he did. It was I was even amazed by his voice because he was so much older than her that I always think that when you can how can he hold on to that? You could tell with him it was more of a struggle to hit that.
Right.
But he was hitting it, and he did have like a sort of roughness sound to it. It was just really, oh man, it was beautiful.
She just did it effortlessly. It's unbelievable.
That's what I'm saying. It's like. Gliding.
Yeah. That's when like somebody's like at the virtuoso level, like when you like there was this guy at the church we used to go to, and like the guy wouldn't prepare at all. He would just go and randomly he'd randomly open the Bible, and then he'd go for 45 minutes, and like people's lives would be changed and things like that. It's like, okay, that guy, like, okay, he's just gifted, like. Like there's just certain people that are just like mega gifted, and she is obviously like effortlessly gifted. Like she's insane, and I like the chunky guitars in the back added some metal to it. You know what I mean? I would have loved to have I would have loved for Nightwish. They were
moving the regal crowd.
I would have loved for Nightwish to do a full blown Nightwish cover of this song. Find and then have a solo and have some of the synth going and really go crazy with it. But this one was good too. The last thing I'll say about it, this was live
Yeah.
Like, it's live. Like, what in the world? Like, lyrically, I mean, it's great, but like, you know, there's always like some downgrade when you hear something live. But I feel like this live version of Floor is probably better than 98% of the recorded versions that, you know.
Oh.
And the other thing that was interesting, I said it was the last thing, it's not the last thing, but the other thing that was interesting is like, she was kind of acting, you know, he was saying like, you turn and then
turn and then she turned and she,
yeah, and like, that's, I don't think that they necessarily
tell her to do that. She just does it.
Yeah, she's
just,
she's like a natural showman.
I agree.
And then the whole like jihad between, you know, Taria versus Floor and all the rest of it, it's just like, she's just a star, man. Like, Floor is just a star, like, period. Like, you know,
clearly.
I like, you know, I don't know. I just think that she's a.
And she projects a lot of confidence too.
Yeah, and she embodies what she's singing about, which is difficult, especially if you're not the main lyricist.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And I also think that, like, that's something that's an angle that I don't think she gets a lot of credit for either. Is like, because there's the other guy, like Tomas, I think his name is, like, he's the main lyricist. So like, if you're singing your own lyrics, like, you know, I've written a couple songs and things like that, and so it's like very easy to like embody the emotion in the lyrics because I wrote them and I know what was going on. But like, somebody else writes the lyrics and then you're able to like incarnate into those lyrics and then project what I think that's a whole different level of art and performance that there's not even a genre or category for appreciating that type of artistic brilliance.
That's true. That's true.
I think that's you know, I remember, you know, Jonathan from Korn, like, he does pretty much exclusively all the writing, and he's like, I could never sing somebody else's feeling because Korn is such an emotional band. And I was like, yeah, I get it, but for her to be able to do that and to do that with such passion, like, Ghost Love Score, for example, she didn't write that. She wasn't even in the band when that song was written, and for her to be able to sing it like that is like, I just think, man, she's the, I think she's the GOAT, man, as far as you know, Dio, Ronnie James Dio.
I haven't even seen anybody that's close second.
Ronnie, you know, you always get tempted to say like the best female singer or something like that, or stage performer, but I think, I'll say it this way, is in the modern day, male or female, I think she's the greatest. When you look at talent, the emotional output, being a star, controlling a crowd. Yeah,
I think I'm gonna have to throw in with you on that.
I just think she's. I think for our current, you know, I think she's the greatest. I don't. I would be very. I'm gonna be definitely scoping out the comment section because I want to hear. Who ticks all? Ticks all of those boxes? Right. Rock star, stage presence, the acting that goes along with expressing the music, being able to hit the notes with just raw talent. Who and this just being metal. You know, like, okay, I really want to engage in this discussion because maybe there's a vocalist I haven't heard before. All right, what do you give the song?
It's a 10.
It's a 10 for me.
I mean, how can it not be a 10?
It's a 10. It's a 10. It's a classic. It's a classic. And you know how my mind works. Like bigger expand. It's like, maybe she could do the Phantom of the Opera on Broadway.
She could. She could. She obviously has acting. You can see that.
Yeah.
Wild.
That would be insane. That would be insane.
Wow.
I'm going to write to them and say, hey, you guys should consider this. You should. All right, there you go. It's a 10, ladies and gents. Inshallah, this thing doesn't get blocked, huh?
Yeah, I know.
They didn't block the other one, so I don't think they'll block this one. So there you are.
Shout out to Pony.
Shout out to Pony. Vin out. Gone. That thing's all disjointed, but that's fine.